Hi, welcome to Cute Things by Rebecca. I am Rebecca, and today we're going to make this cute little zip-up pouch. It's long enough to hold a pen, nail file, etc. Anyways, I thought it was cute. So, these are the supplies that you'll need to get started. I am using wash away stabilizer in my hoop because of this. I don't want to cut anything away. It's going to have sealed edges here, and it'll just fall right through when it's finished. So I have the design loaded up, and the design is 3.5 by 7. So I have my pieces, 2 pieces, a front and a back, cut at 4 by 8. And then I have a zipper. This zipper happens to be very long, but it's the color I want, but I'm going to cut it down. So you just want to choose a zipper that's longer than your project. And I'm going to try a tab on this too. So I have some fold over elastic that I'm going to try. So I can put a little tab on there. So the first step on the machine is the placement step. So I'm going to run that and I'll show you what that looks like. So here's the placement line. Now I'm going to line up my zipper, the center teeth of my zipper on this line in the center. Secure it with tape and run the next step, which is going to tack down the zipper. Now you can make this bag in fabric, but it's not going to be lined or anything, but it will seal up the raw edges on the sides. So you can use fabric with some maybe SF 101 or 809, depending on how sturdy you want your bag. So I'm gonna run the next step and we'll tack that zipper down. Okay, so the zipper is now tacked down. So the next step on the machine is going to be a line to tack down our vinyl. Oh, I forgot I wanted a little scalloped edge on that. So what I'm going to do is just cut a little piece off so I can have a little fun edge. I just use this Olfa cutter, and it's got a wavy or pinking blade in it. Nice. So that's what I do. So you just want to line it up to the zipper, and it's going to run a line. Now, if you were using fabric, this is where you would, at this time, take your fabric and see how it's pretty side up. Well, you don't want that. You want to flip it upside down and line it up along that zipper edge, because it'll do the line, and then you fold it over and then tack it down. But I'm using vinyl, so we're just going to go ahead and just run that next step like so. I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. Okay, so we just tack this on. The next step on the machine is another line. So if you were using fabric, you would want to fold this down and have it run the line so you can have a nice little top stitch. So I'm going to skip that step on the machine, and then after that it's just going to go ahead and tack down this. Okay, so that's tacked down. Now what you want to do is go ahead and open up your zipper. Don't forget to open up your zipper. Turn to the back side of your hoop and take your other piece, main backing, and cover the entire design like so. I'm going to secure it with some tape so there's no shifting when I put it back in the hoop. At this time, I think I want to put a tab. I always forget those. So I'm just going to take a tab. And for these, you want to put them in with the folded edge out. So there's no turning, so we want it to actually be right there. So I'm going to go ahead and run that next step. Okay, So now that it's tacked on, everything's good. Now you want to take your scissors and trim real close up to that line on both sides. And if you put a tab in there, just don't cut that. Just kind of go around it. Anyways, I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting around, and I'll show you what that looks like in just a second. Okay, so it's trimmed all the way around. Now the next step is going to be the satin step all the way around. I will run that and I'll show you what that looks like when it's done. Okay, so satin is done all the way around. The very last step is purely optional if you want. It's a little decorative stitch that's going to go along the edge of this. I'm going to change my thread color and I'll run that and I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so that just added a little decorative stitch. Now you can just pop it out and just clean up your little edges. Be careful not to cut the satin because it'll fray on you. I have some little threads I'm going to cut. Where is it? I use a little torch too to get some of the fuzzies off. Just be careful when you're doing that too, not to get too close to the satin or it'll fray. Anyways, just open it up and there you have it, a little baggie for your pens, nail files, etc.